would be like, didn't she wear that in a different video? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
I'm actually going to start doing a lot of pre-recordings, but I'm going to do a story time again because I was actually told by a lot of you guys like the story time. So let's get into it. So this story time about a trip I took to Sephora, and really this video inspired me, not even inspired me, but like reminded me like to do the video.
There seems to be a pattern going on with Sephora's around the world, because the way that Sizzle was being treated is the way that I saw my co-workers treating other people as well.
If you know the sister situation, then that also inspired me to tell my Sephora encounter. And y'all, I kid y'all not, at the time I wasn't even thinking about it, that this is what they were doing, because I didn't know Sephora operated that way until, shout out to Hey Paris, I do watch her. I've been watching her for some time now. I would like to say about 2 to 3 years now. And she works for Sephora, and she puts, well, she used to, sorry. And she has put them on blast. So that's when I found out Sephora does discriminate against their customers. According to Hey Paris, they do discriminate against those that are dressed down, African Americans.
Whenever we would go around to see who is this person that we need to keep an eye on, it was normally someone who was black, and it was normally someone who was dressed down. And when I say dressed down, I mean someone who looks like they're not going anywhere special today.
Apparently you have to be dressed up, and you do have to have makeup, and you clearly cannot be black if you're going to shop in Sephora without them doing certain protocols, such as over the earpieces of the girls or the employees on the floor. And the earpieces, they will tell you to probably follow them or watch them, or whatever the case it is they tell them to do when they walk in.
Like, I always remembered whenever security or DIC or whoever would be like, hey, keep an eye out on this person over at NARS or wherever the hell they at. When I go to see who the person is, first of all, 9 times out of 10 they black. Which, yes, black people steal, but so do white people, so do Asian people, so do brown people, so do Hispanic people. All people steal, all genders steal, all races steal.
So this was about 2 years ago, because I was still a senior in high school, and me and my friend went to Sephora. Really, we went to the mall. I'd never been to Sephora before, like never. I remember saying I wanted to go to Sephora, but I don't really wear high-end makeup, so I was just like, there's no point. But they do have products that I do want to try, that I know they sell in Sephora. We went because my friend wanted to try like little facial masks, the black mask, and just little pull-on, like them little white ones, like the white papery wet ones that you just put over your face. We were just going just to get some. As soon as we walk in, there was a cute little Caucasian girl. She was just standing at the door. I was assuming she was door greeting. She had the baskets and was just like, you know, hello, welcome to Sephora, how can I help you? Or can I help you? And we were just like, no, we're just looking. I was just looking. She did come with the intent on buying something. Let me say that again. She did come with the intent on buying something. One more time. She did come with the intent on buying something.
She did come with the intent on buying something.
But since we're black and we were not dressed down, I will actually insert what we looked like. We didn't even come with the intent to steal. But then I don't steal. Like I don't need to. Never been to Sephora before, so I'm looking around. I was looking at the eyeshadows. If you've ever been to Sephora, then you know they sell basically like a build your own palette, but it's a Sephora brand. I'm looking at it, and my mom has always told me, my grandmother has always told me, do not touch anything in the store unless you're going to buy it, just to keep from people thinking that you're stealing. So I just so happen to look, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then of course, to see certain features, then that's when I touch, but I tend to not touch for too long. After that, I moved on. So then I did turn around and see my most, like, the palette that I want, the Too Faced Peach palette, eyeshadow palette. I smelled it, I was just like, it really does smell like peaches. Pretty colors. I kid y'all not. While I'm looking at the makeup, the same little Caucasian girl that was at the front door greeting comes around the aisle behind the aisle I was in, or in front of. So I was in this aisle, and she comes in front of, like, in this aisle, to come around to act like she was restocking lashes. But I watched her take down all those lashes in one row and put them back one by one like she was. But she was doing like this.
What is she doing?
Like,
Can I help you, sis?
I come around and I see her looking, and I'm just like, hi. She was just like,
Hey, do you need any help?
no, thank you. No, I'm just looking. Like, I'm not buying makeup today. And she was just like,
Okay, well, if you need any help, you know how to find me.
okay. So then I looked at the lashes, and I was just like, these are gorgeous. She's like,
I know, right? These are my favorite.
I walked off to the other side, which was, I think, more eyeshadows. So I was looking, but I kind of skimped them because I felt like she was watching me, which she was, because when I turned from my preview, I saw her do like this. I basically walked back down the same aisle again, and she was gone. And I went over to where my friend was. So here's where I was, and then, like, she was right here. This was where all the foundations were, and she was on the... I used to work in Burlington, and I forget what they're called when it's... I forget what they're called, but basically when something is on the end, it's in a, like, if you go into Burlington, you can look at an aisle, and then at the end of that aisle, it will be something on the end. They had that basically at Sephora, but it was with the pillow-on masks that we were looking for. I was looking and just couldn't decide if she wanted it for blemishes, acne. You know, there's different masks for different things. She didn't know what she wanted to get one for. At the time, she didn't really have skin issues. I did, but she didn't really have it, so she just wanted a mask. Well, I'm going to look at the foundations, and at the time, I wanted to use Clinique because I was told Clinique has helped a lot of girls with their acne, and it was just a better makeup product to use when you have acne. So with me starting to do makeup and things like that, I was looking at it, wanted to see it in person, wanted to see how the tube looks, like I wanted to swatch it, all of that. So I'm looking, and I kid you not, a little Caucasian girl comes around this way and walks behind me twice, and then was like,
Do you need any help?
no, thank you. And she was, and my friend didn't, she heard her because every time she said it, she was ironically around close enough to my friend, and she kind of looked like if she already said no. So I was just like, no, thank you. I'm just looking at the foundations, and that's when I realized, like, you're being weird. Like, you walked in, you did what you're supposed to. You asked if we needed help. You asked if we wanted a basket. We said no. Then I'm looking at the eyeshadows. You walked around and is eyeing me. And then you followed me when I went around you. And then followed me again. But then this time walked behind me twice and probably was searching me, trying to see if I had anything in my pockets or anything like that. Like, because my purse is a small little box purse. Like, it's like this small. Like, I kid y'all not. What was going in there? Do I want to go get it? I'm going to go get it. Basically, from Sephora in this purse. There's no space in this purse. Like, yes, it's big enough to put it's only big enough to put this in. Uh-oh. What am I stealing in this purse from Sephora? You would know. You would know. She was just like,
Oh, I'm just making sure you are getting everything you need successfully.
and I was just like, I'm not buying anything. I was like, I'm just here at my friend. My friend is looking at the face masks to see what she wants. I was just like, I'm not buying anything. She was like,
Oh, okay, well just let me know if you need any help.
okay. I've been hearing like talking and yeah, I'm in an apartment, but I can hear literally everything. Like, y'all, the people across the street, that's a whole different story. The street, the hall is a whole different story. They were fighting in the house. They were not outside. They were in the house, and I could hear everything from the kitchen. From the kitchen. I just kept telling her, like, yeah, no, like, no. And she was just like,
Are you sure?
like, I'm not buying anything. So I walk over to my friend, because at this point, I'm uncomfortable now. Like, you're following me, and there's other people in the store. Look, keep that in mind. There's other people in the store. We were only in the store for about a good 4 to 5 minutes. There's other, and I'm going to keep saying it. There's other people in the store.
There's other people in the store.
And we were the only ones getting followed, and I was just like uncomfortable. Had I known that Sephora operate like that, I would have never walked into Sephora. I would have been like, girl, let's turn around. We can go to Ulta for this. Like, no, because I don't support businesses that do things like that. Everywhere I go, I see this one girl. Like, are you personally assigned to me? I went to my friend and I was just like, she's literally been following me, like, asking me if I need anything every 2 seconds, and I don't. I was just like, girl, she literally asked if I needed help like so many times, and I'm not even buying anything. Like, I'm just waiting on you. And she was just like, what in the world? I'm like, yeah, literally. So she comes over and it's like,
Do you need any help?
to my friend, and she was like, my friend doesn't. She was like, you ain't asked me for help this entire time until now. She was like, I don't need no help. But she, at this point, was insisting to help us. We picked up a couple of the pill on, pill off ones. Then she showed us the black masks and was just like, oh yeah, these are great. But we didn't want to buy it, and I wasn't buying anything. So she got her a sample, which was free. Pretty much was just like, thanks for your help. Like, since you asked us like 200 times. And she just laughed and thought it was cute, but we weren't laughing. We were actually being serious. Why did you have to follow us around the store and ask us 200 times within the store, did we need help? But clearly we had it on our own. Dear Sephora, I would never walk into Sephora ever again. I have not been in Sephora since that day. That was my first and last time in Sephora. If I want any high-end makeup, I have no issues with just ordering it or finding it elsewhere, because I'm not going to keep being followed or asked if I need help 200 times when I'm only supposed to be in the store for at least 4 to 5 minutes. 4 to 5 minutes.
4 to 5 minutes.
I would never give Sephora my coin. That's that on that. That's the story time with me getting followed pretty much in Sephora, and I didn't know Sephora operated that way at all at the time. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. But if you're already in the dollhouse, y'all already know. Smack that like button before it starts, okay? Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys liked it, and I will be back in the next one.